Hi folks, today we're playing MewnBase. It's a small but absorbing survival game focused on base building. It's currently in development and I'm playing version 0.5, the creative update that came out recently. And now there is a tutorial, but it can be tricky to get started. So in this MewnBase gameplay video, we'll see how to get going with your first base, and we'll see how the research and tech trees shape up, which is more substantial than you'd think at first glance. I think fans of games such as Don't Starve and Astroneer will get the most out of this game, so let's play MewnBase! Finally. So the most important thing we have to do is customise our kitty. Right, we could have an evil black cat, but no, let's have a nice ginger lad. Ginger lad. Right, mission: land on the planet and survive for 32 days. So you can customise things like day and night length in this. There's a creative mode where you have like everything unlocked, but we're going to play the normal mode. Right, first of all, we need to actually build the very basics of a base. If you play the tutorial mode, you start with a little base already made, but we're not going to do that. We're going to start absolutely afresh. So first of all, I found a crate and I placed this is my airlock, because we are running out of oxygen and we've got no way of making it yet. So that's a bit of a bummer. Okay, so that's blinking with power because we haven't got it yet. Aha! Here we go. Oh! I just built the workbench there by mistake, actually. Never mind. So let's get my generator and my air cleaner. So I can put that on either side, really. Let's put it on this side. So this will actually produce oxygen, but only once we've actually powered it with biofuel. Ideally we'd have a solar panel, but we haven't actually invented one yet. So we'll put the power generator, I think there, that'll do. I may move the workbench a little bit closer because I did place that in a stupid place. So right click, hold, grab and bang. Which does mean that when I'm standing inside the base I will be able to use it. Okay, so now I can put some wood in there and we'll get some power. But first we need to go and get some wood. At the moment we've got no tools. The only things that we can get are scavenging type things from... Well, we can't get that because we need a shovel. But we'll be able to get a few things that are just like piles on the ground like that. Scrap metal is very useful. Not necessarily at first, but what we really want is wood. And maybe some plants to make some food. More scrap metal. Yeah, I think wood is probably the best thing here. God, we are running out of oxygen. Oh, hang on, let's get some more plants. We are running out. So, various things can fuel the biofuel generator. Anything organic, really. Oh, electronics. That's actually quite a lucky find there. Sometimes scrap piles do yield some good stuff. There we go. Right, we are starting to run low on oxygen, so let's go back and power things. Let's close that, put the fuel into the generator, and now we are starting to get some oxygen. Now, it will fill the base with oxygen, normally. However, at the moment, I need to be filled up first, so I take priority, so slowly but surely my oxygen will be going up. And from here, I can actually use the workbench. I can make myself a shovel using scrap and wood, so let's do that. Now we have a crude shovel, which means we can get a few extra things, such as those piles of stone. Stone. That module there, by the way, that doesn't really do much, but it will allow us to exit after a lot of days. Well, we are slowly but surely getting oxygen, but let's leave that for now. We'll let the base fill up with oxygen a bit, so next time we come here, we'll be able to fill up with oxygen a bit quicker. So let's get a bit more scrap. We also can get some ore, which will be useful. Oh, some component. That's also useful. Slightly rarer find. Oh, we're coming into the... Oh! Now that is an artifact. Once we actually get research up and running, like in an Astroneer type fashion, we will be able to turn that into proper-ass research. Grab, 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 grab. In fact, I might as well grab that. To start with, you can like degunk your inventory just by flinging things onto the ground, but later on there's storage. But that comes at the end of quite a bit of research. There's a day-night cycle in this, and there's also nasty weather. You can get electrocuted in electric storms that will kill you quite quickly. It's most alarming. I'm collecting a lot of these plant things, mainly so we can turn it into food, but at a pinch we can use this as fuel. It is now 7 PM. We can get some things from here. This is this is roots, which also can go into the biofuel thing. Not quite sure what else you can do with those, but we now have a bunch of stuff. We don't have any wood. I must admit I wouldn't mind that. So far we've explored that. The map is kind of essential. Otherwise there's no way at first of being able to find your way back to the base. Now I'm going to put that shovel right into use here. Get some stone. Stone will allow us to build our smelter, I think. I think we can unlock that next. I'm going to turn my flashlight on, which will use some power, just to get a few last knockings. Your power will go down. My oxygen's getting quite low as well, so let's turn... not look at the map. Let's turn that off and jump back into the base. There we go. So my power's gone back up, and my oxygen is filling up quickly because there was some spare oxygen in the base, but now it's gone back to going up slowly. I should probably put some wood in there. Oh, I can't. I'll have to put that in there instead. That's not those roots aren't as good as wood in terms of power. So we haven't got a huge amount of stuff we can make yet, but we can make some gunk. Some delicious plant slop. There we go. I'm going to eat some of that because my hunger is down to 93. So right click on that. And again, and we are back up to full strength. So let's go out. That I might as well just bung on the ground because there's no reason to use that yet. And also, to be honest, these bits and bobs are simply not really very useful for us right now. So we do need a smelter. We haven't quite got enough rocks. I was trying to get a few rocks, but we need one more. So I think I might be able to get away with having a bit of an explory poos. There's no reason not to do it at night, really. I mean, you still got, you're still losing oxygen just as you are in the day. It's just that it's harder to see, and of course you have to use your flashlight, which goes down quicker than oxygen. So you don't have quite as much time out and about. Another component, blimey. But I think really, yes, it's the hardest bit here is actually trying to find stone. Thankfully, yes, now it is daytime. It's not using power anymore. As I say, you can customise it so so that the nights are longer if you want a bit more of a challenge. I can't find any more nasty little piles of rocks. To actually mine those big lad rocks, you do need to have research tools, which is a bit away yet. Right, okay, finally we've got ourselves a last bit of... Oh, there's down here. There's a metric bollock ton of them. Grab you. There's another artifact as well. Sometimes you get one, sometimes you get two when you're tonking these things. Oh, I completely missed that one. And a bit more of that. Right, good. Get this. And let's see where we are on the map. We are due south of the base. Let's trundle on back. Oh, no. Can't squeeze through there. I'm a fat cat. I am. Grab you and grab you. I don't know if I don't think the graphics there's two different graphics for the scrap there. I don't think that indicates anything special, like different yields or whatever. I might be wrong though. Anyway, close the base door, suck up that delicious oxygen, and we probably also need to. Let's put that one bit of plant matter in there. That's actually that's good. That's good eatings on that. Right, let's put another one of those down. Artifacts do not stack. Right, we've got plenty of stone now, so let's make a smelter. This will turn, inevitably, or into stuff that's useful. We need one. I'm going to put this adjacent to make sure that we are powering it. That will suck up the power, though, quite a lot. Right, anyway, now we can actually use it. So we can either turn it into metal plates or metal beams. We'll need to start with metal plates. So I'll queue up a few of those. Let's have a look now, finally, at the tech upgrades and the research. These are samples that we find in the world. These are what those artifact cubes turn into once we've actually identified what they are. All it really does is give us samples. I think each one of those will give us like 5 samples, and then we can choose what to unlock here. Now, obviously, we can only do construction and cooking at first because they're lit up. Also, a better suit. So there's a tree here, but it doesn't really indicate the tree. And you have to actually click around. Like, for instance, if you want to get a decent tool so we can actually hit trees and rocks and things, we do need construction, which is there. So this is basically what we have to do first. To actually get this up and running, we do need... Oh, got the metal. We do need to build a research area, the lab. So yes, we do need metal plates, and we also need electronics and scrap metal. So because electronics requires, I think it's copper wire, it does mean that and copper wire requires metal plates. Essentially, we just have to get absolutely loads of metal plates, which means getting loads of ore. I hope you took notes. Anyway, yes, a few more of those, please. As much as we can get away with. And whilst we're doing that, let's go and get some wire. I think this is 3 a pop rather than just 1. And we'll need some of that. Suddenly feeling olfactory-ish here. Anyway, more metal. And we need 3 more metal plates and we're done. So we may need to get some... Well, I think... Well, maybe that's it. I think, well, we might need 1 more. Do we have... Yes, we do. Excellent. In fact, again, I'll queue it all up. I didn't realise just how much bloody ore I got. Uh-oh! Slight accident. Also, I realised I hadn't actually closed the door, so... Thankfully, there's lots of oxygen in the base. But I will need to bung in some wood. Oh, that's not working. Unfortunately, I think we're sucking up the juice with oxygen gen at the moment. God damn it. We're heading towards the end of the second day now. Yeah, look, we're generating 10 and using 11. And god damn it, we do not have battery. So ideally we'd build another one of those, or get a solar panel, because that wouldn't work at night. As soon as we get to the top here, I think, we may, hopefully, be able to divert the power. There we go. Perfect. It's now filled up inside here with oxygen, so let's go inside again, close the door. Only room for 50 oxygens in the base at the moment. The more we expand the base, the more oxygen and we can fit in it, which is handy. Right, now we can make our research lab. We have all the metal, all the electronics and all the scrap. And we're going to bung this there, I guess. We definitely will need some power at some point. Right, so we could theoretically... Oh, hang on. My thing's outside, isn't it? Oh, I can actually just grab it from there. Perfect. Right, so that'll take 2 minutes, and it'll also suck up the juice, so it's thankfully, it's fine. We've got enough. It's just that we won't be able to do any smelting for the time being. It is now daytime, which is nice. Let's put in some wood there, and let's go a bit further out into the wild. I did notice there's actually a green spot to the top left of where we've explored. That might have been an artifact that I didn't see first time round. Seems like morning breaks at basically midnight around here. Oh yes, here we go. Just didn't see that earlier. My shovel, unfortunately, is starting to run low, which ain't great. Actually, let's grab this stone whilst we're here. Stone early on it doesn't give you too much stuff. Or it doesn't go into too much stuff, but so you do need those first 4 to actually make the smelter. I really need some bloody... Well, if we want to expand our base, I guess, but we will need to do some research. We haven't got any samples yet, have we? No. It's going to take another minute, I think, before that's sorted out. So let's be sorting that out. Let's be putting another thing there. I say they don't stack. Do I need food? Oh, hello. Yes. That was me just repairing it. Occasionally you do have to do some running repairs. Bit of food. I will need to start thinking about getting some more grass, so I can turn that into slop. Best source of food. And grab. Now, there aren't any enemies in this, but there are, as I say, there are the occasional electrical storms and stuff like that, which can kill you. Oh, hang on. There we go. My shovel wasn't in my hand. The electrical storms can kill you quite a lot. It's quite vicious. If you get struck by lightning twice, you're doomed. Oh, my shovel's broke. Oh no. I will need more wood then. Yeah. That's urgent wood requirements. Now. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Get me that. Get me that over there. Fortunately, we'll have to go back to our workbench. Although, having said that, you can actually create another workbench quite quickly. Like that. It does require scrap metal. So hopefully we should now be able to make ourselves a little shovel. Only actually requires 1 wood. You can upgrade this later on. Get you. It's getting towards 420. We've got some bonus electronics. Nice. 430. It just went a bit darker. I think that's twilight rather than a bad sign that something like a storm's coming. If there's going to be a lightning storm, we are running low on oxygen now. If there's a lightning storm, it starts up, it goes dark, gives you a bit of rain, and then... I think it rains. And then you are going to start to see horrible electronic flashes and stuff like that. Right, I need to run back. Where is that? Oh, the workbench, thankfully, is dotted yellow on the map, so I'll always be able to find it again if I'm going south anytime soon. I should be okay here. I'm just going to grab plants and make sure that I've got like multiples of 3, because that's what you need to make slop. Oh god, I am actually needing to run quite a long way here. I didn't realise how far I'd gone. Not necessarily a good idea to go in a straight line. Ah, our research is done. Let's worry about that later. I'm really about to die. Ah. Whew. There we go. I'm sucking up the oxygen. Unfortunately, now we have no power, so let's do that. Yeah, unfortunately, that's all the oxygen we can store in the base. It's already sucked that into me. Right, here's what we'll do. Whilst we're fanning around, let's grab you, close you, go over here, bung you in. Nice. Ideally, I want to do some smelt. Oh, I don't really need to do that much smelting. I've only got 3 ores anyway. Let's eat some slop. And also, let's be crafting some more. I could only do a couple, I'm afraid. We are getting towards night time now. Let's see what we can do with that research. We've got 1. But that provided us with 5 samples, so now we can... Yeah, we can actually research this. Excellent. So we can... That unlocks extra modules. And also unlocks a few other things that we can research, like solar power panels would be nice. Floorings, less so. But yes, we will need this to have been researched before we can really do much else. Ah, nice. Right, excellent stuff. If you do enjoy these videos, by the way, and do check out my Buy Me a Coffee on my Patreon if you want to support us and keep us going finding all these great games. The more you support me, the more stuff I can actually do for you, and the better videos I can make. Anyway, so links are on the screen and in the description. I should now get inside because I have been fanning around all night. Let's craft a bit of stuff just whilst... Oh, it's still doing it. It just doesn't have any power. Oh, yeah, we simply haven't had any power for so long. There's actually a queue of stuff in there. Oh dear. Anyway, let's not worry about that. As I say, that's the least of our problems at the moment. Let's go and bung this in here. And also unlock the next thing, which will be tools, I guess. Shovel, axe, and jackhammer. Or we could do that. However, it's not a huge issue. Power and all that, so not yet anyway, not until we've got a bigger base. Now, how do we actually make... Here's a thing. How do we actually make our base? Or expand our base? I think we need a construction yard, which will require us metal beams, components, and electronics, which will mean we need to get the smelter up and running. So maybe the best thing to do here would be to actually make a new generator. We need 2 components, which means we need 1 metal plate. Unfortunately. Oh, we've got 2 components right there, so that's fine. So I might actually be able to do a second generator right now. This will help tremendously, I think. But we'll also need some more fuel, because there's a slight issue there. Put that there, I think. Yeah, we don't have any... We've got some plants, very basic plants. But we'll put 1 in each. Let's see what happens. Yes, look. That now powers absolutely everything at once. So already we've upgraded our base. I say solar power would be a very nice thing to have next. And all we have to do is wait for that to be done. Now I will need to get some more oxygen in me. But let's head for this construction yard as the next thing. So we will need to get a lot of metal plates so we can turn it into stuff. We can be doing this. Oh, I didn't actually need to do that. More than 1. I've got 6 components now. That's more than enough. We need the metal beams. So now we need to turn... Oh, we need a little more. Okay. We do need a little more stuff. We need wood, for one thing. But we also need some more of this. There. And this should get us the yard. But yeah, we will need some... I wonder if you can actually use this. I think you can. I think you can use this both as food, which I don't need to do. But you can also use it as biopower, so let's bung in those. Yes, there we go. And is this it? Can we now build a... Yes, construction yard. This is good. We're getting far already. And that can go there, I think. We're not leaving ourselves much room to expand, but we can always move these tools around quite easily, so that's not a big problem. And there we have it. We can now build more habitats. We can build an air cleaner. We've already got one of those. Another airlock. Metal wall, fancier wall. This is what we're a bit more interested in, making the just extra space, which will hold more oxygen and stuff. So we need 4 metal sheets for that, but in the meantime we have artifact 17, apparently a cardboard box, which is useful. We don't have any more artifacts at the moment, so let's go for solar power. And that also unlocks chemistry, healing stew, oxygen, chemical... Oh, chemistry lab! Yeah, very astroneer. And also engines, an electrical motor. And the storage, we could go for navigation, for beacons and things. Recycling, a nice bit of extra large shredding action, and of course still the Mach 2 suit. So let's see what we can now build here. Oh god, we've a few more things. Including a conduit, protected cables that can link up base modules. Oh, so you can put... okay, you can power things from further away. Excellent. Light sensor and power switch for people who like to get into that sort of thing. But we'll also need... Let's get an axe, which will allow us to get all the wood that we'll ever need. And we will need that. Oh god, there's no power. We will need that because of this exact problem. Let's go. Let's go chopping at things. There's a tree. Spindly little bugger. Only gives us 1 wood as well. But it's more wood than we had before. There's another one. Still haven't had any electrical storms yet. I mean, it's all... Well, sure, don't really need to say this at this point, but this is all random. I think you can put in seeds and everything. And I must admit, I don't actually quite know what ice does. I haven't actually found a use for that yet. Oh, I can't actually axe stone. Turns out. So let's get some more of this. And I think we can now run back home without the flashlight on. Right, let's fill her up. There we go. We do need more artifacts, really. That would be handy. Also, I really want to get rid of this bloody stone because it's in the bloody way. Anyway, we've got scrap for days, but we haven't really got much. No, we haven't. We need iron ore, so in the morning we'll go and find some of that. We'll need to take a bit of a trip inside, I think, for now. Get our stuff back up, and yes, we will now wait till morning. Okay, I think just for the last task in this video, I will make that solar panel. I think this just needs moving, doesn't it? What's that? Anyway, whatever. I think to power that, I think I just need to put and place it a bit more adjacent. There's also a tree right there. I completely forgot about. Let's chop that up. And then we need to go and get some more. Yeah, we are starting to run low. I'll also place down this, whatever the hell they are. Bunch of that, and that's all fine. So, right, where can we find some iron? Right there, in fact. Nice. So we need... I don't quite know how much we need of this, but a few should do the trick. If we get up to about 10. Now we are starting to run low on food as well, so I need to grab some of that whilst I pass. Oh, look, the mother lode to the right. Oh, and oh, blimey! Stuff for days. There's some scrap there, but I don't think I really need that. Not for the time being. So we've explored quite a bit so far, but we haven't actually found any more artifacts recently, so we'll have to go further afield. Oh, the airlock's broke. Uh-oh. Yeah, I know, stop complaining. I can see that. Repair, close. Nice. Right, so we should hopefully now have enough stuff to do... Hang on, let's have another check of the requirements. Oh, a light! A floodlight. Ooh, nice. Anyway, 2 metal plates and 2 electronics. We have 1 electronic already, so let's quickly grab that. Ha! Also grab that. Can I reach the generators from here? No, I can't quite. There's a definite design flaw here. If we go all the way around, let's eat some food. Let's put you into there, you into there, you into there, maybe some plant matter into there. grab that and all. Oh, it's a root seed. Can we just plant that somewhere? Apparently not. Right, let's get inside and make us a couple of these. What's the next step? It's 2 circuit boards. We just need 1 circuit board, which will require... where's the workbench? It's up there. Oh, another sheet and some copper as well. So let's get some more going from there, whilst we turn this into copper wire. One of them. Get that. And I think once this is done, that'll be enough. I'll be putting some more through. Excellent stuff. Now we can make solar panels, which will make the daytime energy requirements a lot easier. Obviously it doesn't work at night. So we don't need to... We can put this a long way away from stuff. I'll put it up here, I think. The only trouble is with the solar panels is that you do need to clean them from time to time because they do get dirty. Dirty! There we go. So we've started to get a base. I think... Let's finish off by just expanding it a little bit. So I think I can... If I put that kind of there... I should put that there. Put it there. That might be a more sensible place. Believe it or not. There's the construction yard. So we just need... Oh, we need 4. God damn it. It's quite a lot. A few of them. We're running out of power. Come on, give us one of these, and then I'll be able to make my thing. There we go. Let's thing make. I will finally get some living room. We'll probably put a bog in it if we can. Or we'll just go up against the wall. Right, so let's put the module... God, this bloody rock. There we go. What we'll do, first of all, we'll put this here. That takes quite a while. You don't have to do this very often, thankfully, unless you're expanding. And then we put that there. Nice. I can go all the way around this bloody rock. God damn it. And as you can see now, whereas before we had a limit of 50, now we've got a limit of 75 oxygens. Perfect. And you can see how it plays. I wouldn't mind continuing this, so do as usual. Let me know. Drop me a like in the for the video if you want to see me continue this, or leave a comment or whatever. And the more people who watch this, the more I'll be able to do some more. But otherwise, yes, do subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and click the bell to be notified when all the latest videos go out live about new indie games and all stuff like that. And I'll see you next time.